Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West, and we are traveling through the beautiful state of Utah. One of the most beautiful states in the country. I'll go ahead and say that. One of the most beautiful states in the country. I mean, just look. It's beautiful everywhere. And hoping to get to Colorado today as we drive through Utah. Of course, we're going all the way home, all the way back to the mountains of North Carolina. I am hoping, fingers crossed, hoping to get there by this weekend, and trying to make a lot of time, drive pretty far in a day. But I do want to, I always want to stop and smell the roses. I always want to get a chance to see the area that I'm traveling through. So we'll be stopping and hopefully seeing some fun stuff along the way today. We are currently pulled over here, at what is called the Salt Wash Lookout, a viewpoint, a lookout, whatever you want to call it. So some views here. It's a rest area. There's like one of those gross chemical toilets over there. Man, I love the national parks. I'm a proud America the Beautiful pass holder. But man, I hate using the bathrooms in national parks. This isn't a national park. That's a national park style bath. The chemical toilets, I think, is what they're called. When you go into the bathroom and you look down in the toilet, and there's just a cavernous hole with a stalagmite of defecation. They're horrible. They smell horrible. And I do try to avoid using them. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm talking about all this disgusting stuff with all this beauty in front of me. But let's go ahead and take a peek here at the overlook. Yeah, this is very, very beautiful. Okay, looks like we can come down on these rocks here. Wow. Yeah, you can see the wash down there. Wash, just kind of an area that gets washed out with water. It'll be kind of an area that's just kind of constantly prone to flooding. And of course, when you get to these dry areas, flooding can be a real scary thing. So we can get to the end here. Oh my goodness, this is making me dizzy. Oh geez, a little close. Oh, but they're excellent. I'm getting a little dizzy. Ooh, get a little vertigo there, looking down onto the wash. Man. Yeah, there's not currently water down there. You can see all the different trails. Kind of the water forking out and going in all different directions. We stopped at another viewing area. This is Devil's Canyon. So let's see what's so devilish about this canyon. Yeah, the air is filled with the scent of these pine trees here as we come up upon the canyon. And that is breathtaking, I do believe. I don't know why they call it the Devil's Canyon. Although now that I think about it, there's almost an inordinate amount of natural formations named after the devil. In fact, in Arizona, there's Diablo Canyon, which basically means Devil's Canyon in Spanish. I guess, maybe people find certain pieces of land difficult to traverse, like a canyon. Canyon's difficult to traverse. Maybe they attribute that to the devil. guess they figure God makes the good stuff, the devil makes the difficult stuff. Pulled over here at Ghost Rock Overlook, and putting two and two together, I think that's Ghost Rock. It is very spooky. Now we've stopped at Spotted Wolf viewing area, and this one is particularly beautiful. Love how red that rock is. Look down there and see the cars and trucks making their way through the mountains. Stopped here in Green River, Utah. And here we have the world's second largest watermelon slice. At one point it was the largest watermelon slice in the world, but then they built a massive one along the Mississippi River in Muscadine, Iowa. Yeah, apparently this part of Utah is known for their watermelons. I had no idea. We're stopping off at Jackass Joe's, also known as Area 52 Jerky. Now, as I travel the country, I notice there is a strange correlation between aliens and beef jerky. You have the Alien Fresh Jerky in Baker, California that we visited. It sells beef jerky, another jerky stand right outside of Area 51. But here in Utah, we have Area 52. Of course, we were at Area 15 a few days ago. We were at Tom Devlin's Alien Museum, also known as Outpost 51. So yeah, we've been to a lot of alien-based attractions and a lot of alien jerky-based attractions as well. Also, here we have the Mystery Machine, and you got Scooby and Shaggy. Looks like Shaggy's smoking something. Yes, Jackass Joe's UFO Jerky. Oh, there you can see a donkey or a jackass being abducted by an alien. Of course, we were just at the Donkey History Museum yesterday. Oh, and there's one of those iconic Utah arches. So this claims this is not only the jerky capital of the world, but they also have the world's largest slice of jerky. I wonder if it's for sale or it's just one piece that's the biggest. You can see the alien van. The alien there giving us a peace sign. And what's this? It says keep out. This is some sort of gondola, some sort of like sky ride vehicle. I wonder where that came from. People gassing up their vehicles along with this space van here. Some sort of space-based minivan. It says Planet Express. Yeah, very interesting murals along the wall. There's Lightning McQueen stopped by. Maybe he's here to buy some jerky. Oh yeah, you can see the alien abducting the cow there, and I guess turning him in to jerky. These scantily clad aliens here. Well, let's head in. Oh wow, look at all these characters up in the rafters. Got the Wicked Witch of the West, an Ewok. There's Chewbacca down there. Oh look, there's Hornswoggle from WWE. And here is the jerky. They do have their own brand here. Jackass Joe's Jerky. And they actually have the Alien Fresh Jerky as well. I guess they sell both their own and the Alien Fresh. Actually looks like they just have one bag of alien fresh now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, over here by the drinks, you can see the clouds, the different cutout characters. Of eat my eyeball. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, there's some eyeballs too you can eat, I guess. Yeah, everything has interesting names here. Crack balls. Here's the Jackass Joe's merch. Oh my goodness. And your plushed aliens. This alien's dressed up like a purple bear. Oh, this one's wearing a Utah shirt. Okay, here's the alien fresh jerky. I guess someone just moved one of the packages. Yeah, they actually have different brands. Different brands of jerky. The alien fresh, they have their own kind. Yeah, this has got the store on the cover. Rice Krispie Land. These giant Rice Krispie treats. Well, that birthday one comes with a candle. Oh, here's an alien. Got some Mardi Gras beats on there. It's the as seen on TikTok aisle. I don't know that these are viral things that people do on TikTok. I don't know much about what happens over there on TikTok. These are Utah's healthiest cigarettes. They are candy cigarettes. They're made of sugar instead of tobacco. And I see a flying monkey lurking back here by the restrooms. The Wizard of Oz. I guess that is the name for their toilet. There's Dorothy and Bob Ross and Willy Wonka. And there's Kang or Kodos there, hanging out with a smiling pyramid. Okay, and I did need to get a sample here of the alien jerky. I gotta test all out the alien jerky across this country. It does say here this is made in Crescent Junction, Utah. So some local Utah jerky. You know what? I didn't see the world's largest piece of jerky in there. I don't know, maybe it went bad. I don't know. But let's try this. It's very tender. I can just tell by touching this that it is a tender jerky. Yeah, super tender. That's good. This is peppered brisket. And this is pretty yummy. Now yesterday we went through Zion National Park, and today we're going to go through another national park here in Moab, Utah. Going to be exploring Arches National Park, famous for its trademark archways that are somewhat iconic to Utah. If you remember yesterday, I was ill prepared. I didn't realize that you had to take a shuttle to get to certain parts of the park. I was also unprepared today. You need timed reservations to get in to this park between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Luckily, arrived here, it's about 10 minutes until 4, so I should be able to go in after that. But I'm going to hang out here for a few minutes and then head in to the park and see those arches. All right, you can see there's a long wait now, probably because everyone comes at 4 o'clock, because they don't need a timed reservation. And of course, one of the first things I like to do when I visit a place is to visit their visitor center. These sculptures of some of the animals we may see. We saw some of these yesterday at Zion. This is the desert bighorn sheep. It says caution, metal animal sculptures may be hot. They look pretty hot, so I will refrain from petting any of them. We may see a lizard. We may see these big crows. Oh, these two crows are in battle right now. And this is why I wasn't sure those ones we saw yesterday were bighorn sheeps right away, because sometimes they have these absolute massive horns like this. You can see the map here where you can head through the park, that red line. You can do it on car. You don't need to take a shuttle here, but it's pretty straightforward. A lot of cool stuff to see just from the road. But this right here is one of the main reasons I wanted to come back here to Arches National Park. This is Delicate Arch. You see this is on the license plate for Utah, a very, very iconic site in Utah. And last time I was here, I didn't get a chance to see it very well. I saw it from a distance. One thing you don't realize, this is on top of a mountain. So you kind of have to hike the mountain and to get up there. So I wanted to hike up and see the Delicate Arch up close and personal. Of course, if you don't like going outside, if you don't want to brave the heat and elements of the national park, they have an arch inside here for people to enjoy. The mini oasis here, a very tiny oasis, shows how many different creatures can live in a little puddle. Got all sorts of different bugs. There's some little shrimp or something there on the bottom, and a little frog. And I'd love to see one of these in person. This is a grasshopper mouse. It is like no other mouse, as it is a 100% carnivore, a complete predator. It feasts on some of the insects here, the desert. You see the scorpions. And one of the most unique things is they actually howl at the moon. I remember seeing videos as a kid. I used to love watching nature documentaries. I loved watching stuff on the grasshopper mouse, because he would hunt these other animals, then he would throw his head back and literally do a little mouse howl to the moon. Check out the gift shop before we head into the park. Yeah, this Delicate Arch, so iconic. You just see the image used in a lot of places. These postcards, some other formations here as well. There's a little resin statue of the Delicate Arch. Yeah, just for example, there is the Utah license plate right there with Delicate Arch. This area over here, called the Garden of Eden. Remember earlier today we stopped off by the Devil's Canyon. I guess this is the counterpoint. I'm assuming they call it the Garden of Eden just because it's so naturally beautiful. And we've hit a little miniature traffic jam here in the park, but you can see some genuine arches over here. This is an area called the Windows. So you can see a window right there. This is the Salt Valley overlook. Behold, beautiful Salt Valley. You know what? It does look a little salty out there. Over there you can see straight through Skyline Arch. We have made it to the Delicate Arch Trail. Now you can see the map here, going from here all the way up here to the Delicate Arch. It's a 3.2 miles round trip. Now last time I came, I wanted to see the arch, but I was terrified by this hike, so I went over here to the viewpoints. I ended up walking a trail here that was super muddy, super gross. It ended up being kind of dangerous just to get a teeny tiny peek at the arch. So this time I regretted not going up the main way. So this way we're gonna hopefully make it to the actual arch. Heat kills. It's about 74 degrees right now, so that's not the most of concern right now. Plan ahead, hike earlier or later in the day. It is about an hour before sunset, so we're good there. Sun is intense. There's little shade. Wear sunscreen, a hat, and sunglasses. So I do have a hat. I don't own any sunglasses. Drink water. I did bring some water with me. So I think for the most part, we're ready. So I admit, I am a little bit scared right now. A little bit nervous. I'm trying to think back. I think this is going to be the most intense hike I've ever been on. I did a hike earlier in the year in Oregon to get to the westernmost contiguous point. I think that might be around the same distance, but I think this is like straight up. The weather does feel nice now. It's not too hot. It was a little bit hotter earlier. I've got my water. So you know what? It scares me, but I've learned to accept that it is good to do things that scare you. I was scared of roller coasters. I was scared of haunted houses. And those are the things I do on this channel. I'm scared of this hike, but I'm going to do it because I regretted not doing it last time. I didn't think I was capable, so I took the easier option. Barely got to look. It was so tiny. The view is so far away from the other viewpoint. So this walk, you can actually get up. You do not touch the arch, but you can get right there and see the arch. So okay, get a little excited now. I think this is going to be fun. This again, 3 miles. So this is going to be, I think, 6 times as long as the hike we took yesterday. Ooh, so I don't know how long it's going to take. We'll see. But let's just go for it. There's a little cabin over here. It says this is the cabin of Esther Stanley and her family. There is Esther right there. They got a donkey. We learned all about donkeys yesterday. Just a little peek at this desert cabin. Looks like this would have been like their storage shed. They store stuff to keep it cool in the hot desert sun. And there's a little stream here. A little stream through the desert. It's probably why they built that cabin here. There's going to be a lot of walking up, but at least this part's paved. Very delicately balanced rock there. Seems like you could just push that over if you wanted. Actually, yeah, don't do that. I know there was a case where someone like pushed over a rock that was like 1 million years old, millions of years old, possibly billions of years old, just pushed it over just so they could. You don't do that. You let nature decide when the rock comes down. Okay, it looks like we got to go down before we go up. And I think I'm seeing the hard part over there. You can see people walking up that rock. Ended up being a little bit of a blessing that I showed up later in the day. I don't know if I could have done this in like the blistering heat, especially like earlier this summer when it was so hot. It's the weather is very nice right now. So it's been a fairly easy trail so far, but this is the point where it's gonna start getting difficult. Start heading up the side of the mountain up here. Up the stairs here. This is the part where we start heading straight up the rock. All right, I'm hanging in there. Hopefully the arch will be just right over that hill. Maybe not though. I don't know what's beyond that hill. I've completely lost any sense of how far I've traveled. Here's one of those puddles we learned about at the visitor center. Trying to see if I see any frogs or shrimp. There's a frog. Well, sadly, he's deceased. Starting to flat out just a little bit. I don't see that arch. Oh, a lot of rocks here. Oh yeah, no arch. I think we got quite a ways to still go. Oh look, there's sand up here. All right, we're back on solid rock. Oh look, stairs. There's the end arch. I don't think that's the arch, but it is a arch. Well, this view is nice.
It's not the one, but you can see the arch, not the big one through here.
Oh, up ahead, I see people looking at something. I think we may have just about made it here. Oh yeah, these people are all enjoying looking at something. Oh my goodness, there it is. There it is. Oh, the light is nice too. There it is. Oh, the delicate arch. The arch on every on every Utah license plate and just about anything advertising Utah. Quite a few people here enjoying said arch. So yeah, probably one of the most intense hikes that I've personally been on. But what a payoff. Look at that arch. Trying to get a little bit closer. Oh yeah, you can see the whole formation here. You can see there's a regular sized person there under the arch. Oh, look at that. You can even see the moon. The half moon there over top the arch. You can see it's kind of like a big bowl right here. And you see that? That's a person. That's a person right there. It's a big arch. All right, let's explore a little closer. I think I'm actually gonna try to get underneath the arch here. Oh, the view over here is beautiful too. Actually came up here pretty much right when sunset hit, so it's good lighting. Oh my god! Oh, now I'm getting nervous. Now I'm getting a little bit nervous here that I'm gonna slide. Oh yeah, that's a little perilous. That's a little perilous. Not supposed to touch the arch. It's too delicate. But look down there. So yeah, right above us is the arch. You can see that way is just like a slide to my doom. That way is a slide to at least serious injury. And just look at all the arch appreciators here taking pictures, wishing I wasn't standing under the arch. All right, I'm gonna hand this over to a friendly stranger, and I'm going to walk under the arch. Look at him go.
All right, can you see me?
Yep,
Yep.
looking good.
Oh, bird. Oh, we got a bird there.
I sent him this picture. Like, give me 20 minutes.
Yeah, one thing is this deceptively dangerous up here. It is like everyone's like walking on an angle. It would really be easy for someone to like slip and take a tumble down into that big pit right there. We're basically all like walking around the rim of this dome. Whew. Yeah, and it's kind of exhausting trying to like walk because you're like walking, your legs aren't even. So, and it's a little bit slick here. It seems like it would be really easy to lose your footing. Man, I think I timed this pretty good. Came up here right. The sun pretty much set the second I got up here. Got some beautiful view of the arch. Oh, look at this giant raven here. Hey, big raven, what are you doing? It's gonna be really cool if you flew through the arch. If you let me film you like you're flying, a big black raven flying through the arch. I think that'd be an awesome video. But you know, if you're not up for it, you know, we can do it next time.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. He's not. I don't think he's flying to the arch though. He's flying over there. And I think it is true what they say. Good things do come to those who walk. And as much as like just stay here and watch the stars by the arch, I do eventually need to get home. So I think I'm putting it off long enough. I think it's time to head back down the mountain. This is pretty amazing over here on the other side too. View of this canyon. So, presumably it'll be easier going down because you're not fighting to get up. It'll be going down the rest of the way. Also, though, you got to take in consideration it may actually be more dangerous on the way down because when you're walking down on the rocky slopes, it might be a little more slippery as you're trying to walk down. So we'll see. So yeah, it's much nicer going down, just basically because it's cooler. I haven't slipped and rolled my ankle yet, so that's a positive. Although it is starting to get pretty dark, so we need to hurry up and get down before we are trapped up here in the pitch black night. Okay, it's actually pretty easy right now to get disorientated because me and just a large group of other hikers like found ourselves in like a place where we couldn't get down, so we had to like kind of go off trail. Yeah, you got this big flat rock. It was much easier during the daytime to kind of visualize where you're going. A little trickier right now. Yeah, we're in the part, pretty much the solid downward rock portion of the hike back. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I think that's a grasshopper mouse howling at the moon. Yeah, I would definitely recommend bringing a good flashlight with you if you are coming down after the sunset. I sadly am just here using my phone. It's getting very dark. I think I see the parking lot though. If I would have waited much longer, that might not have been good. Oh my goodness. I made it back. Well, I made it. Definitely came here at just the right time. The sun was going down. It was getting cooler. There was plenty of shade. I guess when the sun's out in the middle of the day, there's no shade whatsoever. And then got there right at sunset to see, the arch in its most beautiful form. If it was different circumstances, I don't know if I could have made it. If it was in the middle of the summer, it was in the middle of the day, I don't know if I could have completed that. It was main thing that I worried about was just slipping, because you're walking up uneven rock the entire time, and sloped rock, and then on the way down it is scarier trying to get down because your feet are more likely to slip as you're pointing them downward. I do think this took just a little over 2 hours. I think the hike that I took in Oregon to get to the Washington rather, to get to the the westernmost point in the contiguous U.S. That was a longer hike. I think that was maybe 6 miles altogether. So much flatter than this, but so this is not the longest hike I've done, but it was one of the most strenuous, just going up. Although I did the hike yesterday was way shorter, but it was, there was a narrower trail. So there's a lot of things that can factor in. One thing I could say about this is my feet, my legs are going to be very sore tomorrow. Walking on that hard rock, and then, when you're walking on slants, you're constantly using your muscles of your legs to try to keep from falling. Like in the big bowl where we saw the arch, you could just feel my muscles like flickering the whole time, just as I walked, as I moved, just trying to maintain balance on that sloped bowl. I bet people wipe out all the time there. I bet there's been some, probably bad. There was a sign that said that there had been deaths on this trail. I would say that people probably have hurt themselves in that bowl by the arch, because it was treacherous. Just it probably didn't look very treacherous, but it was. You could feel it in your feet, and I think my feet are going to be sore. Like I said, my feet are going to be sore. There's a part where I was walking back, and I was walking on gravel, and after I've been walking on solid rock, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this gravel feels like heaven on my feet. Just with the rock, there's just no give. Also, I can't imagine anyone with any sort of knee problem being able to do this, because, man, yeah, it's a lot of work on your knees and your legs. But yeah, I'm happy I did it. Obviously, don't regret it. Got there, saw the beautiful arch, so definitely worth it. I've just been thinking about hiking and getting myself. I am a healthy person, but I'm not peak physical condition, and I would like to maybe lose a little bit of weight, maybe go in the direction of just being a little more physically fit, in order to do more things like this when I travel. There is some restrictions, just physically, my age, my weight, things like that, some minor injuries that prevent me from going all out as far as hiking and things like that. But I made it, and hopefully we can do some more fun hiking. You know, if you like hiking videos, maybe you guys don't even like this. Not that I would stop doing it, but I mean, I am curious. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you would like to see future hiking videos, or what are your general thoughts on hiking videos. But I am way behind schedule. I need to get home. So I'm gonna try to find a hotel somewhere. I was hoping to make it. I was hoping to make it to Colorado tonight, and now that's not even looking like. I was hoping to make it to Denver. I am like 6 hours away from Denver right now. It is 8:15 in the evening, so probably not gonna make it to Denver tonight. So I'm probably gonna need to find somewhere else to sleep and start over tomorrow and recalibrate. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, please subscribe. If you're new to this channel, what I do is I travel the United States filming roadside attractions, museums, haunted houses, other fun random stuff. I've been to all 50 of the United States. If you'd like to help out the channel other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also, you can purchase a souvenir over on the Etsy shop. Motel key fobs, press pennies, enamel pins, all sorts of fun stuff over there. And also doing personalized messages on Cameo if you're interested in receiving a message. Of course, all those things help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.